Picture this. Your team is attacking non-stop. The other side can't get near the ball, the crowd is on its feet. And right at that moment, the referee stops the game. Not for a foul, not for an injury, for water. Yes, you heard that right, and what you're about to find out is that this 30-second break can be deciding entire matches without anyone really noticing. It's called the hydration break, and even though it sounds harmless, in this video, I'm going to show you how it became the perfect tactical weapon to kill momentum, stop comebacks, and save results. By the end, I'll tell you about the single most controversial detail behind this rule. Stay with me, because after this, you're going to watch football differently. The hydration break is an official pause the referee can call when on-field temperature crosses a certain threshold. Sounds reasonable, right? Protecting players from extreme heat. But here's the catch. The rule doesn't clearly state when that break has to happen. And in football, timing changes everything, because the exact moment play stops can be the exact moment one team desperately needs to catch its breath. It all started at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Matches played above 95 degrees, brutal humidity, players collapsing from cramps. FIFA introduced the hydration break as an emergency medical measure. So far, so good. The problem is, what started as player protection stayed in the rulebook forever. Over time, it began being used in leagues and competitions and climates where heat was no longer the real reason for calling it. On paper, the decision belongs solely to the referee and depends only on temperature. In practice, players themselves can request it, and anyone who's watched enough football knows one thing: the player asking for the break is almost never the one winning the match. Coincidence? That's exactly what we're about to dig into. Performance analysts have studied the impact of these breaks on game rhythm. The conclusion: the minutes right after a hydration break show a noticeable drop in intensity for the team that was dominating beforehand. Less pressing, slower ball circulation, fewer clear chances. In other words, the team that was suffering literally gets to reset the match. In basketball, timeouts have always been part of the game, and everyone accepts it because the rules are crystal clear. Each team gets a limited number and they call them themselves. Tennis has regulated medical timeouts too. The huge difference with football is this. Here, the break isn't controlled by the team suffering from the momentum shift. It's controlled by the team benefiting from it. And for a sport that markets itself as the purest game in the world, that's a massive contradiction. Here's the most controversial part of all this. Outside of World Cups, without this rule, a team that's losing and getting overwhelmed only has one way out: hang on until halftime. Pray for the referee's whistle so they can retreat to the locker room, talk to the coach, and stop the bleeding. Now, thanks to the hydration break, that same team gets that mini halftime in the middle of the first or second half without needing to reach the 45-minute mark, without having done anything to earn it, just because it's hot, or because someone decides it's hot. And that's the perfect trap. It's a rule that, in theory, protects players' health, but in practice, it often protects the scoreline instead. No one can prove exactly how many times it's been used with tactical intent versus genuine medical necessity. And that lack of transparency is exactly what makes it feel so unfair to so many fans. Now it's your turn. Do you think the hydration break is used fairly, or has it become a tactical trap? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. If this video changed the way you see football, hit like and subscribe, because every week I uncover details like this that nobody else talks about. See you in the next one.